Senator ocasio-cortez. Are you going to be reaching out to her about some of the recent rhetoric about Israel calling it an apartheid state, or even Ilhan Omar?
Well, I would note, Javier, that you just apparently promoted AOC to senator. And she might very well primary Chuck Schumer. She's certainly setting Schumer's policy and setting Biden's policy. Listen, her rhetoric and Omar's and Tlaib's rhetoric has been shameful in this regard. And particularly at a time like this, attacking and undermining Israel, accusing Israel of committing acts of terrorism, as the squad has done, it is unconscionable. And look, after a while, when every criticism they have is always directed at Israel and not at the terrorist attacking them, you start to wonder if there's a pattern. We've seen anti-Semitic comments from the squad, but the pattern starts to be remarkably consistent. And Joe Biden and Kamala Harris ought to have the courage to stand up to the crazy left, and instead of giving into their demand that we cut off essential weapons needed to defend Israel and protect Israel from terrorism, we ought to be replenishing today the munitions needed for Iron Dome to keep not only Israeli citizens safe, but when Iron Dome works and works effectively, it keeps Palestinians safe as well. All right, thank you, guys. If you want to understand how power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely, look no further than the other chamber in the United States Capitol. Speaker Nancy Pelosi is drunk on power. The orders that Speaker Pelosi is issuing are abusive and unprecedented. Speaker Pelosi has decreed to members of the House of Representatives elected by the people that if you dare walk onto the floor of the House of Representatives without a mask, I, Speaker Pelosi, shall fine you. Who the hell is she to be fining members of the House? But you know what? She's not done with that. She's not done with disrespecting our Constitution, disrespecting our democratic system that elects leaders. She goes further. To the good men and women who work here in the United States Capitol, we are surrounded by men and women who have chosen to come and work for the public good. And here's what Speaker Pelosi has decreed. If you dare walk in the hallway without a mask, I, Speaker Pelosi, will arrest you. I will put you in jail. I will fine you. That is an absolute and complete abuse of power. She has no authority to disrespect the men and women who work here, to threaten you with physical harm, to threaten you with imprisonment. And why does she do so? She does so for one reason: political theater.